Good day everyone. So welcome sa panibagong math tutorial video natin. So ang mangyari lang dito is we will just continue dun sa lesson natin, which is graphing rational function. So we will proceed to another example, which is example number 3, y is equal to 1 over x plus 2 minus 3. So first thing that we need to do is find what we call vertical asymptote. So paano ba hinanap yung vertical asymptote? Sa denominator lang tayo titingin. So you need to equate that one to 0. So that's the reason why x plus 2 is equal to 0. Then you need to solve for x. So that's the reason why kailangan yung ilipat o gamitan ng addition property of equality. So, kaya mangyari yung positive 2 magiging negative 2 and that would be the value of x. And since we're talking about x, that would be vertical asymptote. Next is what we call horizontal asymptote. So, sabi ko, pag sa horizontal asymptote, titingin tayo sa exponent or degree ng ating numerator at denominator. Saan tayo titingin? Sa variable. So, variable ng ating mga variable ng numerator at denominator. So, titingnan natin kung ano po yung exponent nila. So, as you can see, sa example natin, wala tayong variable sa numerator. So, that's the reason why 0 pa rin ang sagot dito. No? Pero bakit may minus 3? Because of the value right here. So, tatandaan natin, if we have constant dito, sa ating equation o sa ating binibigay na given problem, kailangan niya po i-include yan sa paghanap ng y. Inuulit ko lagi natin siya isasama sa pagkuha ng value ng horizontal asymptote. So, to simplify, 0 minus 3, that would be negative 3. So, those are the values of your asymptotes. X will be negative 2 and y will be negative 3. Next is to find the y-intercept. So, sabi ko, sa pagkuha ng y-intercept, dapat x ay 0. No? So, use the same given. So, y is equal to 1 over 0. Bakit? Yung x kasi papalitan na natin 0 eh. 0 plus 2 minus 3 and then simplify your denominator. So that's the reason why it becomes 1 half. Because 0 plus 2, that's 2. So 1 half minus 3 and kindly divide 1 half. So 1 divided by 2, that would be 0.5. Minus 3, solving for y, you need to simplify 0.5 minus 3 and that would give us negative 2.5. And take note, since hinahanap ng y-intercept, kailangan natin i-plot. So dapat ang maging sagot natin ay in terms of coordinate. It is between x and y. So therefore, your x is 0 and then your y is negative 2.5. Next, to be able to find out the value of x-intercept, y must be equal to 0. Now, in our case kasi, medyo komplikado siya. Alright, kasi dalawang term ang meron ka. Yung y ay yung 1 over x plus 2 tsaka minus 3. So, you have two terms. So, first thing that we need to do, simplify muna natin yung two terms para maging one term. So, ito muna, class. Bago tayo y-intercept, bago tayo mag-x-intercept, dapat masimplify muna natin to. Itong dalawa. Kailangan natin maging isa yan para makapag-cross multiply tayo. So, ang gagawin natin, we need to solve for that one. Okay? So, by solving this one, using LCD, so yung ginawa na natin sa rational equation. So, you need to identify the LCD and the LCD must be multiplied to each term. So, mangyari, ang LCD dito ay x plus 2. So, that's the reason why you have here 1 over x plus 2 times x plus 2 minus 3 times x plus 2. And then you can cancel yung common nila. So, ano na lang natira? So, 1 minus, bakit naging negative 3x? Because negative 3 times x, negative 3x, and negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. Alright? So, sana clear tayo doon, no? And then next, you need to simplify this 2. 1 minus 6, and that would be negative 5. Alright? And then, babalik ulit si denominator o yung LCD natin, which is x plus 2. Now, napansin nyo na yung term natin na isa na lang, isang term na lang. So, pwede na natin hanapin yung x-intercept. So, mangyari, y is equal to negative 3x minus 5 over x plus 2. And then next, solve for x-intercept. So, y must be 0. So, negative 3x minus 5 over x plus 2. And then you can cross multiply. So, again, sabi ko dito, may over 1 yan. So, if you multiply 0 to entire term right here, 0 pa rin yun, no? So, ang gagawin, you will just bring down the numerator. Negative 3x minus 5 equals 0 kasi negative 3 times 1, negative 3 pa rin yan. Wala namang magbabago pag 1 naman yung multiplier. So, kinokopya na lang natin yon. Solve for x, kailangan natin lipat yung negative 5 dito. And that's the reason why it becomes negative 3x is equal to 5. You are solving for x. Dapat x lang matira. So, you need to divide both sides by negative 3 so that you can cancel the value of negative 3 at x ang matira. And what's the value of x? The value of x is negative 5 over 3. And if you're gonna simplify that one, negative 5 over 3, that is roughly negative 1.67. Roughly, ha. I-estimate na lang tayo dyan kasi na-ground up lang naman tayo. Negative 1.67 and the value of y is still 0. So, those are the x and y intercept that you need to plot doon sa ating graph mamaya, no? Next, your table of values. So, again, sa pagkuha ng table of values, isa lang alang natin yung value ng x at y. Paano nga natin ulit gagamitin yung table of values? So, first thing that we need to do is to look for your vertical asymptote. So, alam natin na yung vertical asymptote natin ay negative 2, tama? Negative 2. So, in vertical asymptote natin, negative 2. So, you need to think 2 points to the left of your negative 2. That would be negative 3, tsaka negative 4. At 2 points to the right, which is negative 1 and 0. No? So, yun yung mga points na nakapalibot sa ating vertical asymptote. Again, sa vertical asymptote tayo babase ng mga posibleng points natin na may lalagay doon sa graph. So, you have here negative 4, negative 3, negative 1, and 0. So, let's find the value of y. So, ipapakita ko pa rin dito kung paano isinusolve yung table of values. So, again ha, tayo mismo nagkikreate ng x. Ang sinusolve lang natin yung y. Paano natin sinusolve? Yung given. Yung given na meron tayo, yung y is equal to 1 over x plus 2 minus 3. So, ano mangyari? Palitan yung x ng negative 4. Ayan, if x is negative 4, what is the value of y? So, tingnan natin. Y is equal to 1 over negative 4 plus 2. Simplify the denominator. Negative 4 plus 2, that's negative 2. So, that's the reason why it becomes 1 over negative 2 minus 3. Simplify the fraction, 1 half. So, that will be negative 0.5 minus 3. That's negative 3.5. So, the value of y is negative 3.5. Next, if x is negative 3, simplify. So, 1 over negative 3 plus 2 minus 3. Simplify your denominator. Negative 3 plus 2, that's negative 1. And 1 divided by 1 is 1. Since positive divided by negative, that's negative. So, that's the reason why it's negative 1 minus 3. So, you need to add because they have the same sign. So, that would be negative 4. So, if x is negative 3, therefore, y is negative 4. Next, if x is negative 1, what is the value of y? So, let's substitute. So, 1 over negative 1 plus 2 minus 3. So, simplify denominator, that's positive 1. And 1 divided by 1, that's 1. And 1 minus 3 will give us negative 2. So, if x is negative 1, y is negative 2. Now, kailangan pa ba natin i-execute yung x is equal to 0? Hindi na po. Because, nasa part na yan ng intercepts. Bakit? Ayan o, balik tayo dun sa previous slide. If x is 0, ayan o, what's the value of y? Meron na tayo. Ayan. So, no need na gawin pa yung part ng x is 0. So, yun ang kagandahan pag may intercepts ka na. Kaya inuuna natin yung intercepts bago yung table of values. So, no need to solve for the value of y because we already have value of y, which is the negative 2.5. No? Next, you need to start graphing. Saan tayo kukuha ng ipang-graph? Doon muna sa first slide natin kanina, which is the vertical asymptote and the y-asymptote o horizontal asymptote. Tingnan natin. So, tandaan natin na yung vertical asymptote natin ay 2. So, therefore, balik tayo dun sa slide na yon. Ayan. Ayan yung negative 2 natin, vertical asymptote. I hope, klaro, no? Nasusundan ako. Next, the horizontal asymptote is negative 3. So, paano mo na sabi negative 3? Ito po yun. Ayan. So, dito po siya. Oh, sorry. Ayan. Negative 3. Yun. So, after you plot your vertical and horizontal asymptote, you may now plot your points na nanggaling sa table of values. So, isa-isay natin yan sa table of values natin, no? So, let's start. You have 4 and 3.5. Both are negative. So, nasa quadrant 3 yan. So, negative 4, negative 3.5. So, roughly, nandito banda yan, class. Ito yung negative 4, tapos negative 3.5 ito. Tapos dito yan banda. Check natin. Yun, tama. Next, another one will be negative 3, negative 4. So, pares whole number, so mas madali yan. So, negative 3 yung x, ito. Tapos negative 4 yung y. Ayan, dito yan banda. Okay? Yun. And then, let's proceed to another point. Now, huwag niyong kakalimutan yung inyong x-intercept. Kasama yan. Yung y-intercept, mapaplot natin yan eh. Alright? Huwag natin kakalimutan tong dalawa. We need to plot that one as well. So, first, we split the x-intercept. So, that's negative 1.67. So, nasaan yung negative 1.67? Wala tayong y, tatandaan natin. No? So, negative 1.67, nandito yan. Nasa gitna ng 1 and negative 2. So, nandyan. Yun. Yan, sa gitna ng 1 and 2. Next, you also plot the another point on your table of values, which is negative 1 and 2. Tandaan natin, ha? Ito yung y-intercept natin. So, huli na lang natin siya kasi siya yung nasa huli ng listahan ng table of values. So, negative 1 and 2. So, dito banda yon, negative 1, 2. So, andyan yan. Yan. And then, last but not the least, yung ating y-intercept, kanina, kung natatandaan natin, that would be 0, 2.5. So, 0, wala kang value ng x, and the 2.5 is right here. Dito banda yan, class. Tingnan natin. There you go. So, ayun, class, no? Nagkaroon ka tuloy ng 3 points because of the intercepts. So, ganyan yung itsura ng graph natin. So, that's the rough sketch of our graph. No? So, that would be your graph in terms of y is equal to 1 over x plus 2 minus 3. So, I hope malinaw, no? Kung paano ini-integrate yung x and y intercept sa pag-plot ng points doon sa ating Cartesian plane. And do not forget to finalize your answer. You need to find the domain. So, what will be the domain? So, again, in terms of x, so ayan na, continuous yan parehas. So, babaybayin yan from negative infinity, saan siya titigil? Sa negative 2, very good. And magtutuloy siya from negative 2 up to positive infinity. Next, in terms of range, that would be y. So, nasa ilalim ka, galing, di ba? Papaangat ka ngayon. Saan siya titigil? Sa boundary, which is negative 3. At magtutuloy siya papunta dun sa taas, papuntang positive infinity. So, that will be your domain and range. So, I hope malinaw na, no, yung pag-graph ng rational function. So, dalawa naman yung video natin. So, pag nabitin sa video na to, balikan yung unang video natin para na sa ganun ay ma-master na natin how to graph rational function. So, muli, this is Math Turo. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. God bless and stay safe.